All right, everybody, welcome back to the channel. In this video, I'm going to walk you through how to find cash buyers on Land Portal. These are buyers who have bought properties previously with cash. A lot of times they're investors. So what you're actually doing here and what I'm going to show you in this video is how to find potential buyers for your properties, whether it's land, houses, or whatever else. These people who are buying properties with cash, a lot of times are looking to acquire more land, more houses, whatever the asset is. So again, this is going to be very helpful for selling your land quicker by reaching out to these people. Let's get to it. So here I'm on Land Portal and I'm going to go to map search. And let's say, for example, I have a piece of land in, let's say, Blount County, Alabama. It is 10 acres and I'm trying to find people who are potential cash buyers for this land. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go to Alabama and I'm going to go to Blount. And I said 10 acres, but it doesn't mean we just have to do 10 acres. So I'm going to do vacant lots and I'm going to go 8 to 15. So anyone who owns 8 to 15 acres, if I hit apply here, I'm going to get a lot of results, 1,500 results. But I want to make this more detailed. Again, this isn't a cash buyer list. This is just people who own this type of land. So let's actually get this to being a cash buyer list. All right, so I'm going to scroll down. I'm going to say last sale date. I want them to have bought this land within the last, let's say the last, let's go back, let's say the last 2 years or so. So I'm just going to go back to let's go January 2024. So 2.5 years. They've bought land, this land, 8 to 15 acres in the last 2.5 years. Let's hit apply. So we got this down to 1,100 properties. And I see this seems, when I first saw them, like this seems way too high. Let's not include properties with unknown sales dates. All right, so hit apply and this number is going to go down quite a bit. You can see it went down to 87. So now we have 87 people who have bought properties in the last 2.5 years. But again, we talked about this cash portion, okay? So I'm going to hit advanced filters and I'm going to scroll down to mortgage amount. I'm not going to say include unknown values. I'm going to do is, and I'm going to do 0. So they do not have a mortgage on the property. You can look through and do other financing type stuff like that. You really don't need it. They bought the property 2.5 years ago. They don't owe any money on the property. Let's hit apply and see what happens here. Okay, so this went down from 87 to 68, which is great. And now there's one other thing you could potentially do. But right now, this is actually a cash buyers list, what we have. So if I hit list view, and we see these properties, these are all people, if I download this list, if I export this list, these are all people who have bought between 8 to 15 acres in the last few years, 2.5 years, with cash. But what I can also do, if you want, like that's too many people, whatever you think, maybe you want to narrow it down a little more. What you can do is like, okay, yeah, they own one piece of land, that's great. I want them to own more properties. So let's say they own at least, say 4 properties. They own at least 4 properties, and this does not have to be just land. Let's hit apply here and see what happens. Okay, so now we got this list down to 38 people. So you have 38 people in Blount County, Alabama, who have bought 8 to 15 acres. They don't have a mortgage on that land. They also own 3 other properties somewhere else, whether it's land or something. So they're probably investors. So they are looking to acquire more times than not. So what you can do from here, if you're trying to target these people, you can go to list view. You can export, you can skip trace if you want to skip trace, get their phone numbers and make these calls, shoot them texts. It's a very small list and this can do an amazing job of actually selling your land. So again, guys, this is how you find cash buyers on Land Portal very quickly. You can do this for any type of land. If you're doing infill lots, smaller lots, building lots, you can do this as well and find a lot of different buyers who are buying that stuff. But let me know what your thoughts are in the comments. We'll see you guys next time.